Alright, so we're going to be drawing the pegboard drawing for this part of the video. Now, the pegboard has 4 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, that we are then going to assemble. This video is going to go through the parts quickly. So I'm going to actually do all 4 of these parts in order on the video. If time doesn't permit, this one may get cut out. But this is the one we're going to start with. Now all these parts have the front view here, and then above it and to the side of it are the other views. So here we go. 4 parts. I'm going to make a standard IPT for each. Now part 1, this is the front view. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go start a 2D sketch. I'm going to go to the front plane. It says front. I'm going to go to rectangle. I'm going to draw a rectangle. I am then going to dimension the rectangle to be 1 by 1. So my rectangle is 1 by 1. Hit finish sketch. And then I'm going to extrude it 6 inches. So I extruded it, in case you missed it, 6 inches. After that, I'm going to save this in a folder I'm going to make called pegboard. And I'm going to save it as square peg. Then I'm going to make a new part. I'm going to go down the list. I'm going to make this cylinder. So I'm going to do Start 2D Sketch. Click on the front. And then I'm going to draw the circle. I'm going to dimension that circle to be 1 inch, just like it says. And then we're going to finish sketch and extrude it 6. So I'm going to extrude this 6 inches. Then I'm going to save that. Same folder, round peg. I'm going to have to draw this one next. Now this one, this is the front, and this is the side, and this is the top. I'm going to actually draw this one on the side, so you've got to be careful. So we're going to go to New, Standard IPT, and this time we want to draw it on the right side. So I'm going to select this plane for the right side. Very important you make sure you're on the right side. And I'm going to draw my rectangle, and I'm going to put another rectangle inside of it. Then I have to dimension this. So this rectangle is going to be 3 inches wide. So it's going to be 3 inches wide. One inch here. 0.25 here. 1 inch here. And 1 inch here. So that's all I've got to do for that. I'll give you a second to take those dimensions in. Then I will hit finish sketch. And I will extrude it 6 inches. So that's what this should look like. I'm going to save that. Oopsies. I'm going to save that as base. And I've got enough time, so I will draw the last piece. So I'm going to make a new file. I am going to go to Create 2D Sketch. Create 2D Sketch. Click on the front face. So we're back on front. And there's a lot of dimensions here. So we're only concerned about this. So I'm going to draw this 3 by 6 rectangle to start. I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'm going to dimension the rectangle. 3 inches. It disappeared, so I'm going to click on front. So you see 3 inches by 6 inches. And now I got a lot of dimensions. So I'm going to do this first. I'm going to draw this square. So I'm going to draw the square, and I'm going to do the dimensions just like they were. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to move this out. I'm going to move this down so I can make it look like it does here. That may help some of you. So I'm going to need a dimension here. That's going to be 1. I'm going to need a dimension here. That's going to be 2. I need a dimension here. That's going to be 1. I need a dimension here. That's going to be 2. Okay. Then I need to put in the circle. So I'm going to do the circle over here. And then I need some dimensions for the circle. So the first one for the circle is 4.5. The second one is 1.5. And then 1 inch in diameter. So I'll do the first one from the center of the circle here. This was 4.5. From the center of the circle here was 1.5. That happens to be correct. And then the diameter of the circle is 1. So that's all the dimensions. That's what yours should look like. Then I'm going to hit Finish Sketch. And I'm going to extrude it. And that is the front of the pegboard. And just like I did, I only wanted it extruded 1 inch. I'm going to hit Save, and this is going to be back. So those are all of your pieces.